While it's here, 2020, the year that everything's completely different and so much better, except it's still exactly the same. In fact, it's probably a little bit worse. So, good news is I have got a job. I'm working today, so that's why I'm making this little video. I'm about to put makeup on. I've just got my very boring matte eyeshadows with me that I just carry in my little makeup bag, a little advent calendar pack. So I thought I'm just not even gonna use that as such. I'm just gonna do the stages of doing a kind of basic classic eye that will kind of work for everyone. Forgetting the colour, forgetting the make, forgetting the brand, everything like that. Just where to put your eyeshadow on your eyes. That's what we're gonna do today. Who knows how it will go? Could go one way, could go the other. A bit like me after the Indian on New Year's Eve. That's another story. First things first, get that base, plain, creamy, flat colour all over your eyes. You could use a little bit of a shimmer cream if you wanted. I'm using a matte cream and I'm pushing on with a flat brush. You've heard me talk about this before, I hope, because you're all avid watchers of this programme. Wow, really getting ahead of myself. 3 followers and she gets a big head. So this is a flat brush. This brush is actually a little bit stubby. Normally you'd want it probably a little bit taller than this, but it's quite thin and it just presses the colour onto the eyes. Very good for shimmer shadows, very good for anything that's got a little bit loose, like pigment or glitter, because they just push onto the eye. I'm using this because I just want to get this plain wash of flat matte cream all over my lid as a base. So I'm taking it all over the movable lid, which is this piece here, because I can move it. Look, see, it's moving, and all over my brow bone. These also move, but we wish they didn't. That's stage 1. You do that all over your eye. Second stage is you get your mid colour. It's a taupe, mustard, sort of maybe like a pale goldy colour, whatever. Maybe it's a like a pinky shade. It's just a mid range. It's not a strong colour, but it's not insipid either. It's what we're going to kind of build our eye shape a little bit with. So I'm going to go in with my mid colour. You can see that there, like a little fawny pinky shade. Oh, and now we're moving on to a fluffy brush. Can you see how these bristles move? They bend and they move. That's because we want to move them into our eye. So I'm going to go into my socket and I'm just letting the brush go back and forth really softly into my socket. If you don't feel like you've got a socket, or if you want your eyelids to look bigger, you're going to take the eyeshadow slightly higher up here, just like I'm doing, up onto my brow bone, and you're avoiding your socket. Therefore, you're leaving more of a pale colour on your lid. So you just blend it up there. So I'm going to go a little bit higher than maybe I would, just to show you that you can just use that mid colour to sort of make a shape wherever you want that shape to be. You're not putting any more colour onto the brush, you're just moving that colour that you've put that around. Blend, 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 blend until you can't see a line anymore. No lines, guys. That's what looks really nasty. Because the thing is, I know you can do your makeup. I know everyone can kind of do their makeup to make themselves look better. We all can. But maybe you're not doing like little tricks that we do, or the longevity that we get, or whatever. So that's what these videos are for, hey? Let's blend this in. So there's my mid-tone colour. Now, maybe I'll go crazy and I'll take that mid-tone colour underneath my eye as well, if I want it to look a little bit more sort of rounded out. If I want that colour just to kind of creep in underneath there as well. Just to say, hey, I've done my makeup all around my eye. I'm a professional, I know what I'm doing. Third colour. I'm actually going to go in with this little flat, what is this? Quite an unusual shape, this. Normally they're angled, and in fact, I brought such a paltry amount of brushes with me today. I haven't got an angle brush because I knew I'm not doing a woman. And I know I could kind of use, oh, well I have got an angled brush actually, but it's a bit of a fluffy angled brush. So anyway, back to back. This is, oh my God, I hate it when I remember. Loella Lisette. This is the collaboration with Sarah Exley. Really nice set actually. So I'm going in with my dark colour now. So this is maybe like a chocolate, a bit of chocolate, maybe it's a dark grey if you're into that, maybe it's like a mauve or an aubergine, something that's got a bit more punch and a bit more colour. Do you know what I should have got for Christmas? Is a thesaurus. I did get lots of perfume though, so I think that's better. This deep colour now is going to be what I use to kind of elongate my eyes, structure my eyes, make them just look a little bit more done. Now I've got the shape and the base in at the depth I kind of want. I'm just going to use this to kind of draw out my lash line a little bit. So I'm running that lovely stiff, that hard brush. It's not flopping and going everywhere because it's such stiff bristles. I'm just pulling them out a little bit. Now I do this because I really loved a winged eye. You might just want to take this along your lash line. Do it kind of crudely, doesn't matter how you do it, you just dot it along. Whatever little process of getting that colour on, you might want to stop it short. Absolutely fine. You might have eyes that like hood over a little bit, so you might want to just keep that on your lash line. Also going crazy again, guys. I'm taking it underneath. I'm living my best life in 2021. So I've got 5 days work. Yeah, I've got 5 days work in January. Now, that's not a lot, but it does mean that I can be home a lot and be productive at home. And then just travel up to Cornwall, travel up to London whenever I have a job. In theory, it does mean a lot of testing though. Right, now I've got that deep colour on, I'm just going to buff that out a little bit with my fluffy brush. There's no product on it, I'm just going to kind of work that in a little bit. So I've got my little sort of catty, dark, smoky bit going on, but you might have stopped yours a little bit short if you don't want to do that wing. Now with that dark colour as well, let's go into the socket a little bit more. I want to make my sockets look a little bit more defined, so I'm just popping that into my outer corner of my eye, just where we've winged it out, just splodging it in there, and then with no more product, I'm just going to start moving that again. That lovely fluffy brush is just moving that shape, that colour around. I'm just sort of building that kind of winged shape that I want. You might not want to wing your eyes out. You might find that your eyes are quite long or sort of already quite feline or almond shaped. So you might want to just concentrate that colour right into that socket in the middle there and maybe round out your eyes a little bit. Whatever you do, these are the sort of 3 main sort of, how can we sort of, the 3 shades of eyeshadow that you want to put on your eyes is to kind of say you've done your eyeshadow. Don't know if that's how I should word it. Anyway, put some mascara on. Oh, my driest mascara known to man. This is not going to finish the look very well. One day, what I'll do is I'll make a video. Let me get some more mascara. One day I'll get a video out and I'll have everything around me I need. And I'll have the mascara I like, I'll have the eyeshadow palette I like. It'll be fine, guys. One day we'll work up to that. Now, of course, to finish this off, you could pop on some eyeliner on the upper lash line, a bit of liquid line if you wanted. You could kohl inside your eyes if you wanted to really smoke it up and make it a lot darker for the night time. You could wear this to work, and then if you're going out in the evening, remember that, guys, remember going out in the evening. Do you know what I was saying the other day? Imagine working this whole time, imagine working through 2021 with the same money you always earn. So you earn 30 grand a year. Imagine still getting that money, but you haven't been able to spend it, apart from what you always have to spend it on. Food, the children, your bills, the house, insurances, all those things. But your spare money that you, if you were lucky enough to have spare money, that goes on booze, meals, days out, holidays, is just sitting there. And in fact, you're not going to as many birthdays either, or baby showers, or weddings. So you're not spending the £150 it costs to go to a birthday and take a present, or the, you know, £500 it costs to go to a wedding. I mean, there's some people out here actually probably would have saved money this year. And if that's you, good for you, just use it wisely. Right, what I was saying was you could put kohl inside your eyes, that would make it very much a day and more of a night thing. You could put liquid liner on the tops now, you could pop a little bit of shimmer highlighter in here, I haven't got any, or up onto your brow bone to really make that pop. It's just a nice, basic eye. How many layers am I wearing today? Lots. All right, guys, I've got to stop saying guys. That's 10 minutes of a basic eye. 10 minutes you never get back.